I recently found my old videos and photos from like 3 years ago. I was completely shocked because this is how I looked before, not even that long ago, right? And this is how I look now. I had what I call a cortisol face, like super stressed out. My skin was breaking out. I was swollen. And my body language was screaming insecurity. And you know, the craziest part is that back then I didn't even realize that something is wrong. Living in that body with this mindset, I was thinking like everything is okay, it's normal. I wasn't depressed, but you can see that I literally looked poor, and I mean, I was poor. 3 years ago, I had absolutely nothing, and I'm not even joking. And now I look much better. Let's start with that. I'm wealthy, I'm living in beautiful places, I'm flying private, I have a great partner, and living a reality that my old self couldn't even imagine. And people ask me like, how do you manifest that? You don't. I didn't manifest that. I engineered that. I designed my life exactly the way I want it to be. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3-step framework I use to completely redesign my reality and how you can apply it starting today. But before we start, my goal this year is to hit 100K followers and build a community of beautiful, powerful women. So if you want to upgrade your reality, your mindset, your body, everything, hit subscribe right now and let's get into it. Step 1 is probably one of the hardest one and the most important as well, because you just have to stop being a victim. What I did back then, I just realized that everything what's happening in my life, it's completely my fault, and I have to just take responsibility and start changing it myself. No one is there gonna come to help me, to rescue me, or to fix my problems. So I just realized that this is the time. This is the time I have to lock in and start doing something about it. If you're complaining about something but you keep consistently choosing that, that means that it's not bothering you enough. Because when you feel that it's enough and you cannot do this anymore, this is the moment when something starts changing. So please don't wait till this moment. Start doing it right now. Everything what is around you right now, it all depends on you and on your decisions. So how do you actually do this? I call it radical audit. I literally sat down and made a list of everything that I was tolerating: cheap food, bad environment, employers that I don't like that make me stress, lazy habit, toxic friends, excuses, like everything that made me live this life this way. I just wrote it all down. I was very honest with myself and I cut it out. Like I completely stopped doing the things I did before that led me to this reality that I was hating. You don't change when you're just like okay or you feel normal. You change when you burn the bridges to your old life, like completely. Create your plan today. Like honestly, no excuses. If you watch this right now, this is your sign. I'm not even joking. Write down 3, 5, 10, even more things that you tolerate, that you don't want to have in your life and you think that they dragging you down, and just stop doing them starting tomorrow. Okay, we're getting to the interesting part now. It's probably gonna sound very simple, but trust me, it's not. So step 2 was completely upgrading my physical body, because your body holds onto everything. And this is amazing how your body instantly exposes you. Your physical vessel reveals exactly the type of lifestyle you're having, how much money you have, how much you actually respect yourself. Your body is the first thing that feels that something is going wrong. It knows everything, trust me. Like as I said before previously, I was super swollen. I had this cortisol face. It was for a reason. My body was screaming to me that something is going on, something is wrong, please change it. Every stress, every trauma, every cheap meal that you eating, it's your primary signal system. So you have to really find a connection with it. First step is to start doing more activities that you like. For example, I was doing Pilates. I was doing a lot of stretching to feel my body better, to remove that physical, stiffness. I was attending dance classes to build confidence in myself, also to remove insecure body language. It's very important that you start with this outside form of yours to make it next version of yourself. I also fixed my posture. I would always think about holding still, putting my shoulders back, because this might sound like funny, but it really helps you a lot. If you want to be a high value woman, if you want to be the woman that deserves the best, you have to show to yourself that you're the best. You have to act like the best. You have to force a physical glow up, because your brain needs a signal that you are becoming high value woman. So when you start carrying yourself as an expensive, beautiful, feminine woman, the world starts treating you like one. Okay, we finally got to the last step. Honestly, it's my favorite one. I love it so much and I still keep upgrading myself using this framework I gave you today, guys. So let's get into it. I'm very excited to share this one with you. Step 3 was the mental purge. I became obsessed with psychology, and I'm not even talking about just reading books, which is also okay, but I was actually reflecting so much on my life. Like, I was starting to catch the triggers that lead me back to this horrible life that I was living back then. Here's exactly what I did. First of all, I started to reflect a lot. I have a lot of diaries where I actually writing with a pen. It's a very powerful practice that can actually change your life, because reflection is one of the most important things that you can do to upgrade yourself. You're not just leaving your life on automations and having every day exactly the same over and over again. You're writing it down. You can catch your patterns. You can, for example, see, oh, today I was very aggressive. Why did this happen? Why did I get like that? Do I want to be like this tomorrow, or I want to change it? When you write it down on the paper, you can see the whole painting. It's way easier to change and fix something on this painting while you can see it all. If you just have it in your head, it's not going to change anything. I also created a private diary, like digital one, with videos and voiceovers. And it also helps a lot if you don't have a journal with you, for example, and you really want to share something that happened that you want to reflect on later. It just forced me to be completely honest with myself and to see myself from a side and understand better what's going on. So after you start doing this, you're going to see how crazy your life is going to change, because every time in real life, if something would happen and I would want to reply automatically, how my brain learned before, for example, being aggressive or feeling jealous or wanted to act emotionally, I just paused and I asked myself, how would next version of Caroline 2.0 would react on this? The old me would be aggressive, she would fall into old traps. The new me, she stays calm, she stays unbothered. She's thinking, first of all, why is this triggering me? Why I even want to become aggressive right now? Or for example, why I'm even thinking this thought? You know what I mean? So basically at the start, when you write your diary every day, you just teach your brain to be always in the reality, in the right now moment. Understand what's going on, why I'm reacting like this, why this person makes me feel like that. You're growing so much because you're always analyzing what's going on and how you can make it better. So you have to invent this 2.0 version of yourself and start playing this character until it becomes your reality. Once my internal state shifted, my external reality caught up immediately. I met my man, I changed my circle, I got into very different bubble, into very different reality that I was supposed to be in from the start. By the way, if you want a video on how I built a relationship with a self-made millionaire and how we went from zero building a multi-million-dollar life together, drop a comment or just like this video. I will see it as a sign and film it for you. I believe there are millions of versions of our lives playing out right now based on our daily choices. My only goal is to make sure that this universe, the one you and me are living right now, is the best absolute version of my life. Happiness is a choice. The best life is a choice. You don't sit around and wondering which option is the best. You pick a path, you pick a partner, you pick yourself, and you do everything in your power to prove that this was the best decision and this was the best choice. You, the same as me, have a very short time on this earth, and you are the only one who can take responsibility and fully redesign your life. I am so excited to grow this community to 100K with you this year. So if you get value from this video, please don't forget to subscribe on my channel so we don't lose each other. Share this video to your friend who is also on her glow up era. Take responsibility for your life today, and I will see you in the next video.